I've been collecting advice about men for years now, and the funny thing is that the advice is not about men themselves, it's about life, obsession, and the way we fall in love with people who become almost like our muses. I'm assuming you are a creative person, because I am a creative person, so it's going to be a conversation about men from an artist's perspective. And I want to go through everything that I've learned about men. Instead of telling you how to understand men, I want to show you how these lessons actually belong in art, in poetry, in the way that we create and that we exist. Because men are not just men. They are symbols, they are metaphors, they are contradictions. They are part of the story of being human. So I want to show you things that I've been told, that I've been learning, and that I've been trying to sink in to my consciousness in order to not make mistakes while I talk to men. I know that this sounds weird, and that's actually the first thing that I want to tell you. There's nothing you can potentially do or say that will push the right person away. Let me repeat that. There's nothing you can potentially do or say to push away the right person. And that's something that you need to realize from the very beginning. In order for this to happen, you have to do nothing. Just be yourself, and everything will happen the way it has to happen. So let's start with how you need to make this person feel, because that shows that you care for them, okay? The first thing is make him feel like he matters. Make him know that you are there for them, that he can be himself when he's around you. Make him feel comfortable to tell you every single thing that's going on in their heads, how you really feel today. Those type of questions you need to ask. Also, very important thing is to make eye contact while you're talking to him, and also don't be on your phone all the time. Value the time that they're spending with you. Lean in while you're having a conversation and have these small reactions. Remember what they say. Connect things. That there's something really important, which is native enthusiasm. This happens when you actually like someone and they like you back. There's this just natural thing going on between you, okay? Between you two. So you have to understand that if the intentions are clear and you both are in love, there's going to be a lot of native enthusiasm. So you won't have to lead this person on. It will just happen naturally. And there's going to be an easy flow of the relationship without persuading. I don't want you to be thinking too much about connecting with this person. If you have issues with connecting with someone, I personally suggest you going to therapy and healing. But if you don't have anything going on and you just can't really connect with this person on a deeper level, it's because they are not meant to be the right person. They are not the one. Something that's going to help a lot while you're talking with this person is to be very, very clear with what you want. Be clear with what you want and stick with your words. Don't accept halfway things. Yes, I like you, but I don't want to be in a relationship. No, bye. You shouldn't accept something that is halfway. That doesn't make sense. You need to have limits for this person to understand that you are also a human being that has priorities and that loves themselves, in order for them to be playing with them. There is absolutely no sense in playing with someone else's feelings, okay? So be very clear, direct, measure the amount of attention that you're giving to this person, and if that equals the attention that they're giving you. Be obvious with the things that you're doing and be exact with what you mean. If you want high quality love and high quality life, you have to measure it. You have to put a number on it, metaphorically speaking. So if you would love to give peace to this person, and you have to understand that this person also has to be giving you peace, okay? It has to be mutual. It has to be intentional from both of you for it to work out. Also, at the beginning of a relationship, you need to be very aware of what you share with the other person. Because if you don't know this person well, if you are just meeting them at the beginning, you can actually be giving them information that they can use against you. I'm not saying they're going to. If they're a good person, they are not going to. But if they are manipulative and they want to manipulate you, they're going to use that. And it's not going to be very good for you. So be aware of what you share. Don't share everything that's going on in your life. Be a little bit mysterious. That helps also to have an interesting dynamic between you two. Be yourself. Actually show this person that you care about yourself and that you're doing things for yourself. A man will invest in someone that is investing in themselves, that it's worth, that it's high value. And how do you become high value? Well, educate yourself. Educate with yourself with every single topic that you can, and things that you love and things that make you feel passionate for life. For me, and for you probably, is art. So I write a lot. I also paint a lot. I'm always doing sketches. I'm always thinking. I'm always reading. Invest more time in the art that you make. Invest more time in the way that you want to present yourself as an artist, because that's what a person that really, really is interested in you is going to see and is going to fall in love with, okay? And in order for you to keep this falling in love stage forever, is going to actually never stop doing what you love and what you're passionate about. So if you're a creative person, never stop being creative. It's not going to work if you get into a relationship with this person and you all of a sudden stop reading and stop painting and stop taking care of yourself. That's not going to work out for your favor. They're going to get tired of you and they're going to be like, where's the person that I met? Where's the creative person that I met? Nowhere, because you absolutely gave it up. So don't give yourself up, ever. I also want you to regulate yourself and regulate your emotions. I know that us, and as artists, we can tend to fall into these deep state of limerence when we're falling in love, and that happens a lot with me. I just obsess. I can't. I feel my feelings with too much intensity. So what I do best is try to regulate myself and regulate my emotions before I try to express how I feel, because expressing how you feel in this state of limerence that you're at is not going to help. It's going to actually push away this person. What helps a lot, it's seeing things from a logic point of view and writing everything down. Your creative self, put all of that energy that you feel when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling stressed out about something, put it all in your art, okay? First. And then talk to this person. It's going to be so much better, because you're not going to be with this stress, with this feelings going on. You already left them in your art, You can actually be a logic person with this other person, because this other person is not, most of the time, is not the one at fault when you have this big rush of adrenaline and excitement and stress and sadness and big feelings. They are not the one responsible for that. So do what you gotta do and put that on your art, okay? Don't put it on them, put it on your art. So that's why also I'm trying to say that never stop making art, never stop being creative. I know you're going to get into a state of feeling comfortable, you could say. Don't do that. Just put everything you feel on your art. That is going to be worth it. I also want to emphasize that there are going to be times when we over-explain or over-dramatize something that is going on between our relationship. I want you to take responsibility for your past behaviors. If you said something wrong or if you did anything wrong, take responsibility and say sorry. What's the wrong thing about saying sorry? Does that make sense? And also create a plan on moving forward. I'm not saying that you should be perfect and not have issues in your relationship. Of course you're going to have issues, because you're both human beings and you think differently. And you have to understand that in order for you to take the right responsibility, you have to say sorry and then make a clear path on how you're going to go through things. And if you're doing this, I want you to expect the same from this person. So if this person makes a mistake, you withdraw your attention and wait for them to take responsibility and make a clear path on how you're going to move forward in a relationship. Does that make sense? I want you to stop texting this person for pleasure, and I want you to use it as a tool to show them who you are or what you're doing instead of texting him. What you can do, and what's the thing that I love doing, is that when you're spending time in your art, show them what you're doing. Something that really makes you happy outside of the relationship is art. So keep that in mind, keep that in your life, because that's the only thing that's going to reconnect you with yourself. That's the thing that you have outside of having this person, and you need to keep that in mind because it's the most valuable thing in your life right now. Being a creative person is not only a thing that you have in your head, it's actually a lifestyle. And I also want to cite something from the book that I'm currently reading, which is The Courage to Create. And it says, creativity provokes the jealousy of the gods. So if it provokes the jealousy of the gods, imagine what it provokes to other people. So you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you are an artist. And that's big enough of a title that you have in your life. So you need to treat yourself as such. Don't expect less from others, okay? Another thing that I want you to do is validate yourself. Understand that if they don't like your art or they don't like what you do, the person that is going to actually give you that validation is yourself. You have to love what you do. You have to be completely obsessed with yourself, with the art that you make, with the creative mind that you have. So give yourself that bow down adoration that you seek from him, okay? Give yourself that first in order for him to understand, like, yes, this person thinks they are a really good artist. I don't need to validate them. I just need to admire them. And that's what you actually seek, you know? Admiration, natural admiration. Not actually like expecting him to treat you like you are the best artist in the world. Don't expect that, because it's going to happen when you believe that yourself first, okay? Treat yourself as the prize and let him understand that. Give yourself the time to talk to other people when you are outside with him. Let others like actually approach you and talk to you, and be open to having a conversation with other people in front of him. You are not his. You are yourself on your own world. Even if you're in a relationship, be open to having conversation with other people. That doesn't mean you're cheating. That means you are a human being, okay? There's connection with other people that doesn't need to be romantic, doesn't need to be treated as cheating. It's just having connections, and this person realizing that you can actually have connections with other people and that other people admire your work of art. It's either music or whatever, admire you, see you as an artist. That is going to strengthen the relationship, and actually for him to realize that you are a valuable person. You are a valuable creative person, and your creativity is seen not only by yourself but by others, and others actually admire you. And that is very beautiful. That's actually what builds up value. And yes, you can make art for them from the very beginning, okay? That happens to me a lot. I actually make art for the people that I like from the moment that I meet them. Sometimes I make art for people that I don't even like, okay? The thing is, you have this whole process of creativity. If you make art for them, don't give everything that you do to them. I've made that mistake plenty of times in my relationships. Painted a picture for them and give it right away. Don't do that. Don't do that. Keep it to yourself. Most of the time, especially at the beginning, it's going to be very dangerous to give that to people because they don't know how to take it, you know? Us, as artists, we take it as a cute little gift and something like a part of your soul. You're giving away your soul to them. But like, it's not. You should not be doing this at the beginning. You should wait. If you want to give them something, give them a little thing. But don't give them a huge painting for them to put on their living room or something like that. It's not going to work out in your favor. You need to understand that the more time they spend on you, the less likely he's going to dump you. It's about the more time he spends on you, not you and him. And I know this doesn't make sense, and it's like, what are you talking about? But like, yes, stop giving away your art for free. That doesn't make sense. It's yours to keep, okay? Keep it to yourself. Put everything, all the emotions and everything that you feel for this man on your art. Yes, you can even do a portrait of him, but like, don't give it to him because it's not theirs to keep. Unless you are in a relationship and like it's your 1-year anniversary, give them something, but don't give too much to them because they are going to get used to receiving, okay, and not giving. And you don't have to make men used to that because they're going to be lazy, and that doesn't make sense, okay? Also, something really like personal. I would try to make them more creative also. You have to be contagious with your creativity, okay? Try to make them think more, try to make them do more, try to make them spend their free time in things that are going to be worth spending their time in, like painting, writing, thinking outside of the box. Because this mindset that you're gifting them, you're actually forcing them to open their minds, they're going to like that, and they're going to want you and like you, because you're giving them more than just kisses, attention. You're giving them a new way of thinking, and that's going to make you addictive, okay? It's not manipulation, but it's love, because it comes from love. Okay, does that make sense? And things that you should not do. You should not be controlling him. You should not be nagging. If you're an artist, you would understand me. I overthink a lot. And sometimes I try to over-explain my feelings. Something you should not do, okay? Try to over-explain your feelings to your friends, to your mom. Write them down. Paint your feelings away. But don't over-explain them, because what it's going to do, it's going to make you look as a desperate person, and we don't want that. So stop trying to get into his head or questioning him, and take things that he says lightly. There are things that men say that they don't mean it in a bad way. They're just trying to express their feelings, especially if they have a certain way of communicating. And you will understand this if you're 2 or 3 months into the relationship. You will understand that they're very specific with the things that they try to say and what they really try to mean. So take things lightly, don't take things personal, and the most important part is to make them laugh. Be playful, make them laugh a lot. That's the way to their heart. So be creative with what you say also, because if you're always saying oh my god, you didn't say this or you didn't do that and I thought this was weird or something like that, it's not going to paint the right picture, okay? It's going to sound very much heavy. You're going to be heavy, and you have to be easy to be with. Something that I learned from Margarita Nazarenko is that you have to be hard to get but easy to be with. So if you start nagging and being this little rat at the corner, like she says, it's not going to be easy to be with, okay? Say good things when you're around him. Ask him questions. Make him speak his mind out. Yes, tell me everything that you need to say. Speak your mind out, your brains out with me. That's the mindset, and that's the safe place that you want to create for this man. And being an artist, you have to understand that it's very, very, very interesting when you start talking about the little world, fantasy world that they have in their heads. Because I do that. There are situations, things, fantasies that I have in my head that I keep it to myself. You need to explore that world with him, because he's going to open up things that they don't usually do with other people. And it's going to make you feel special, and it's going to make you special in their lives, because they're sharing things that not everyone gets to hear or to listen to, and that's going to also inspire you to make art. You need to see it that way. It's a win-win when you're talking with this person, because you're exploring an inner world that is not seen by many, and that is very inspiring, because men are not just men. And also understand that the way that you perceive things, situations, or see life, the relationship itself, is not always going to be the best way. Be open to the idea of changing your perception or your way of fixing things, or fixing problems, issues, and moving on with things, because it's going to be better for you to be open-minded to a conversation. And if this man is trying to communicate something that bothers him or is in his head all the time, so they want to speak to you, you need to be open to this, okay? Also, something important is telling them what you want and what you love about them, instead of telling them what to do. Admire the actions that they've done for you. Admire what they've done for you, because that's going to communicate that you like that, and that gives a positive outcome, a positive idea. Actually give something that expresses the way they make you feel in a deep level, because they are going to appreciate that more than just speaking about their looks. And also, if you are an artist, believe me, this person is going to be very inspired by you. So once again, I repeat it, don't stop making art. And also, I want you to understand that everyone has a good in them, okay? Every person has good in them. So if you are used to seeing the bad and trying to get inspired by being treated bad or something like that, stop that and actually try to explore the goodness in them, because you're going to get surprised. Believe me, you are going to be manifesting the good in this person, and by being praised, supported, this will be a motivation for this person to start doing good things for you. So this is going to work in your favor. Show gratitude, show appreciation for his time, highlight the good actions that they are doing. Relying on this person doesn't make you powerless. You need to understand that this is a teamwork. So basically, stop begging, stop investing too much time and attention and art on this person. Stop committing so hard if this person is not committed to you. So stop disrespecting, stop making them feel like they're guilty for your feelings. Stop chasing. I know you can chase highs in order to make art and get inspired, and chase lows in order to make art and get inspired, but stop this. Fall in love with healthy love. So stop giving these ultimatums, like this is the last time that this happens. Stop that. Like, you're just showing that you're not mature enough to put clear limits to a person. So if this person starts disrespecting you, just withdraw and you'll find someone better. Believe me, the state of mind that you have to be at is very receiving. Appreciate everything that this person is giving you. Be playful with yourself. Be in your best feminine energy. Also believe a lot in him, because the more time and appreciation that you give to this person of what they do, they're going to do more of what they should be doing. Have a lot of emotional control. As I said, you should be putting your emotions in your art, not in this person. So take your time seriously. You could be spending all the time that you're spending with him in your art, and you need to keep that in mind. The feelings that you have for this person, you better be investing this in your art. You should not be crying, you should not be whatever. You should be crying and painting, you should be crying and creating, okay? Does that make sense? If you feel bad, create. If you feel good, create. This person should be the inspiration that you have in your life in order to be better. And you need to understand that your life doesn't revolve around him. You are independent. You're only getting this inspiration from another person that you like, and that it's also giving you mutual things. So stay clear with your boundaries. Understand that this man is a muse in your life. As a creative person, you should enjoy it. You should just enjoy it. Have a fun with this man, okay? Have fun with this man. Put limits on this man. And I'm going to say it for the last time. There's nothing you can potentially do or say that will push the right person away. Keep that in mind all the time. So to end this, I would say that maybe all the advice I collected about men was never really advice at all. It's just a mirror. And I need to say this out loud. It's a mirror of your creative process. It is a mirror of who you are as an artist. A way to understand the human condition and the way we will create. And we will never stop creating. The way we destroy. The way we fall in love with the impossible, with the possible, with an idea, with a person, with the way they think, the way they talk, you know, the way they are hard workers, the way they are so humane and they can't understand art at all. So you need to understand that men are never just men. They're more than that. They're these special creatures that you need to know how to communicate with. You could say, to keep a dynamic that can be long lasting and that is going to serve both of you and the man you're in love with. And that's beautiful. As a creative woman, I would say that men have inspired 90% of my works, and falling in love is the thing that keeps track of my art. I love falling in love because I have this explosion of feelings, and at the beginning I used to make a lot of mistakes by giving them the art that I made for them, but I was left with nothing. So keep something for yourself. Keep everything for yourself if you can. But if you really want to give them something, don't over exaggerate. Don't overwhelm this person with your feelings. You can, of course, overwhelm them when you are married with them, when you are actually having the children or something like that, and they treat you like a princess. But like, other than that, it's not worth it. I'm just trying to say that. Go slow. Don't try to overwhelm this person with your feelings, because I know you're feeling things and I know you're an artist. So it's almost impossible to escape from the philosophy and the existentialism, but this person is going to be overwhelmed. So try to understand them first for you to communicate what you feel with them. Does that make sense? Thank you so much for watching. If you feel like this video resonated with you, I want you to watch my other videos, which are about feelings and art and being creative and everyday things, mundane things, the beauty in mundane things, you could say. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe if you are not subscribed yet. Thank you.